One got knocked down, he won't get up again. The other went and knocked him down. One got knocked down, and now he's fucking dead. The other went and knocked him out. Combo breaker!
I am a huge chicken shit. I hate horror movies, but I've always liked the villains. But there are 4 of them, the most iconic slashers ever. And there's really nobody who rivals these 4 in, popularity and just how iconic they are. They're kind of like the horror quadrinity. So let's have them face off in a fight to the death. See who's truly the best of the quadrinity. So let's do a quick little roll call before we get into the reviews. We have Jason Voorhees, the killer of Camp Crystal Lake, Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare of Elm Street, Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Michael Myers, the Halloween Killer. Alright, who would I be if I started this off with anyone else other than the winner of my first ever Halloween episode, Leatherface? So, Bubba Sawyer, he's actually got something rather interesting about him. He's one of the only horror movie villains, at least the only one on this roster, who's actually only a human and isn't supernatural in any way. That's right, this is the most plausible horror movie villain there is. So, let's go into his arsenal and power. Well, yes, I said power. He actually has one of them, and that's an abnormally high pain tolerance. He feels very little pain from conventional means of damage. However, conventional means of damage still hurt him. He doesn't feel the pain as much, is the thing. Now, Leatherface wields quite a large arsenal of weapons, including his iconic chainsaw, as well as a sledgehammer, a meat cleaver, and he typically wears a mask made of human flesh to instill fear into his victims. Now, Leatherface is super strong. He can shatter a human skull with his hammer, cut someone in half with his chainsaw, and destroy walls with just his bare hands if he really feels like it. And Leatherface is actually pretty quick as well. He's capable of catching up to humans running at full speed with adrenaline while holding his big-ass chainsaw. Yeah, you tell me when you can do that. Now, he's also pretty damn durable as well. He's been impaled with his own chainsaw, shot by guns, hit by a car, and, he's survived to keep killing after all that. That's pretty damn good. But he isn't exactly the most intelligent. While he may be a skilled killer and a great at striking fear into his foes, he is legally retarded and quite childish, actually. And he's often advised by his family on who to kill and when, and can often lose sight of what to do without instruction from his family. Jason Voorhees, the most iconic slasher of all time, and the reason hockey masks are terrifying. And oh boy, he's back rather soon actually, especially since he just fought Solomon Grundy to the death earlier. Now, Jason actually has a shit ton of powers, so let's just hop straight in. Jason can regenerate at a somewhat quick rate, and if he dies, he can hypnotize someone else into eating his heart, effectively giving Jason that body to take control of. He can also create illusions, and he's resistant to soul, mental, and even heat and fire attacks. And he can teleport, he has enhanced senses, and he's got a very high pain tolerance thanks to his undead body. Now, Jason actually has quite a few weapons. Typically, he'll carry a machete or an axe, but he's capable of using anything as a lethal weapon, including like fence posts and shit. Yeah, Jason will kill you with whatever he's got his hands on. Or just his bare hands. Jason is super freaking strong. He can tear people apart with his bare hands. He can punch through a steel door, stop a car with nothing but his bare hands, and even destroy a construction site. He's fast enough to outrun military-grade helicopter machine gun bullets, blitz a group of soldiers before they have time to react or call in help or shoot a gun or anything, and even catch people running at full speed when they have a head start. And with his teleport, it makes it pretty much impossible for you to shake him off your trail. Jason's also durable as hell, as he's been shot with a shotgun. He's fallen out of a 2-story building completely unfazed, and he was set on fire with next to no effect. Jason's also pretty damn smart, being a skilled killer, and he can set up traps quite well to trick people, and he plans multiple murders with large success rates, with only a few people escaping most of the time. However, he's not perfect. Enough physical damage can incapacitate him, and reminding him of his mother can stop him dead in his tracks. Michael Myers. He is often criticized for his performance in the Cat in the Hat movie, but you know what? Oh wait, shit, really? You gotta be kidding me. Wait, that's Mike Myers? Oh, damn it. Okay, Michael Myers. Let's look at his powers before I look like any more of an idiot. He can regenerate, and he's immortal. Well, yes and no. He actually comes back every Halloween if he's killed. Now, this match isn't gonna go on for multiple years, so this isn't very useful for this fight. Now, Michael typically carries a kitchen knife, however, he'll use pretty much anything he can get his hands on to murder his foes brutally. Michael's actually pretty strong as well, easily able to kill people with his bare hands or anything he picks up, and he can even destroy walls on his own. He's also rather quick, as he can easily catch running victims at full speed, and he can even dodge grenade explosions. But you never see the man use this speed. He's like frickin' RoboCop. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, how has nobody escaped Michael Myers? Half the time, he doesn't demonstrate the speed. And while, yes, he does show these speed feats every once in a while, like, freaking dodging grenades, why doesn't he ever use it to catch victims? Ugh. Stupid tangent over. He's also survived some pretty impressive stuff as well. He's survived large explosions. That destroyed a hospital room, might I add. And he's even survived gunshots with ease. But Michael can really be simple-minded at times and really just relies on his hunter's instinct when it comes to killing. Alrighty, Freddy Krueger, the only one of the four that hasn't been on Combo Breaker yet. So, Freddy Krueger is a powerhouse. He can actually warp reality, even transform into any creature, surface material, or element that he wants. He can manipulate minds, dreams, as well as time and even souls. As long as people fear him, he can come back to life, and he can even turn pretty much invisible and intangible at will. And he can even possess your body. Now, that's pretty damn good. Only problem is, he only has these powers in the dream realm. Yeah, that's right, in the real world, he's just about the strength of a peak human. Now, Freddy wields his iconic claw glove, useful for killing people and slashing things. He's, it's not that he's a pushover, because Freddy's actually strong enough to tear apart people with his claws, and in your dreams, he pretty much ignores typical durability and can just wreck your shit. Freddy's also pretty damn quick, as he's quick enough to chase down his victims for the most part, and in the dream realm, he's omnipresent. And Freddy's actually pretty weak in human form, and several hits can knock him down or knock him out by basic human traps. However, in your dream realm, he's pretty much unstoppable. Even when you get the upper hand, he can still kill you right then and there. Freddy is actually a skilled sadistic murderer. However, like all characters, he is flawed. Freddy doesn't actually have his powers unless he's in the dream realm like I mentioned, and he can be weakened by holy objects, and if people don't believe in him, he can't necessarily come back to life or even use his powers to his full extent. Alright, the scenario of this match will take place in a summer camp, and they will have no information about one another. They will just know they must kill the 3 others, and they'll have a basic picture of each person so they know who to hunt down. Jason is walking slowly through the woods when he hears Leatherface growl and start up his chainsaw. Jason turns and grabs his machete and rushes at Leatherface. Jason stabs at Leatherface, who dodges and shoves his chainsaw into Jason. Jason then kicks Leatherface back and he flies back against a tree. Jason walks over holding his machete and swings it overhead to cut cuts into Leatherface's arm. Leatherface screams and spins his chainsaw and cuts Jason multiple times before getting lodged in a tree. Leatherface then goes to get his chainsaw as Jason grabs him by the throat and lifts him upwards. Leatherface reaches for his cleaver and slashes into Jason, who seems unaffected as he crushes Leatherface's neck, suffocating him. Michael Myers is walking through a cabin when claws tap on his shoulder. Michael turns to see Freddy Krueger's burnt-ass face. Michael slashes at Freddy, who dodges and cuts Michael's chest open. Michael then walks forward and punches Freddy in the head. Freddy Krueger stumbles back and laughs as he grabs Michael and forces him to fall asleep. Michael Myers then wakes up as a child in his old home at the dinner table with his father. Michael starts to look confused as Freddy stands up behind him and shoves his claws straight through his back. The illusion fades and Michael's full-grown man again, but now he's in the insane asylum, and Freddy Krueger rips the roof off and picks up Michael. Michael stabs Freddy in the arm with his knife, causing Freddy to drop him. Freddy then burns the room with a large flame, killing Michael Myers. Freddy Krueger re-enters the real world and sees Jason standing there with his machete. Freddy Krueger smiles as Jason starts walking at him. Jason swings his machete full speed at Freddy, who blocks with his claws. Freddy stabs into Jason and puts his hand on his head. Flames start to burn up in the room as Jason grabs his machete and stabs Freddy multiple times, reverting the room back to normal. Freddy Krueger looks confused as Jason runs over and punches him to the ground. Freddy tries to get back up as Jason picks him up by the neck, throws him against a wall, walks over and decapitates him with his machete. Winner is Jason Voorhees. So let me explain why Jason takes the win in our horror quadrinity free-for-all. So base stats wise, Leatherface and Michael Myers clock in at about room to wall level, and Freddy Krueger in the real world is only peak human, whereas Jason outclasses them all with freaking city block level strength and his speed as well with his whole dodging bullets feat. I mean, the only person who comes close to that speed-wise would be Michael Myers' grenade feat, but he barely ever shows that speed. So Jason has the stat advantage right off the bat, and his undead, just being undead and having regeneration will give him one hell of an advantage over the rest of them right off the bat. So it's easy to see how Jason can destroy Leatherface and Michael Myers, but what about Freddy? That's definitely his biggest threat. But only in the dream realm is the problem. You see, outside the dream realm, Freddy Krueger is a peak human with claws, and thanks to Jason's undeadness, his mental resistance, Freddy can't put him to sleep, which means he can't use his dream realm powers. leaving him an easy kill for Jason's supernatural powers. Now, there is another thing that's important to note, and while this wasn't taken into consideration, during the Jason vs. Freddy Krueger movie, Jason does actually kill Freddy. Now, he doesn't kill him as we see his eyes open up, but he does decapitate him, so he technically won that battle at one point. So, thanks to a huge stat advantage, resistance to mental attacks, and the fact that Freddy Krueger doesn't have any of his powers unless he's in someone's dreams, our winner is Jason Voorhees. I'm on Combo Breaker. You know, there's something about a final boss that's just there to piss you off. They've got cheap-ass moves, and they spam. And you know what? There's no one out there better who's got cheap-ass moves than these two bosses. That's right, next time we've got Asriel Dreamer versus Taboo. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and put in the comments what you think of the next match, who you think will win, why, anything you got. I'd love to see what you guys put.